Hi, everyone. This is Ryan Costeco of Park City Television. I'm joined with Colby Stevenson. Colby, thanks for taking the time, bud.
For sure, man. Happy to be on.
So, okay, let's get into it. Of all, kind of winter sport athletes, you have had an insane winter season. I mean, from World Championships to X Games, medal this, medal that. Talk about, the last, couple months, what they've been to you, and kind of have you really wrapped your head around of how special it's been so far?
Huh. Yeah, it was definitely a crazy year, like so different than any other for us, and kind of just like waiting for each event to even get confirmed that it was happening. We were just like, we wouldn't know until like a week or two before if we were actually going to go. And then, so we only had like 5 events this year, and that's including, so that we had 3 World Cups, X Games, and World Championships. And so after the first 2 events, first World Cup, I came fifth in it. I didn't really land the run I wanted to, so I was like really hungry going into X Games, and then couldn't quite put down my run in slope style there. But it was such a like crazy, even being there, like having the event, and like the organizers did such a good job. It was pretty weird without the spectators and stuff, but they did such a good job like building the course and stuff. And so yeah, I just didn't quite put it together there, but I was super close to landing a sick run. And then so I had 3 more events, and kind of just yeah, knew I knew I had to do well, or knew I wanted to do well, and just knew I wanted to land some sick runs. So I just was skiing, and it went well.
Talk about kind of like, so you even said yourself, you kind of find out maybe a week before whether the competition is actually happening. How does that
Yeah.
mess with your training schedule
So
like that?
yeah, this like coming all summer, we didn't get to go to the gym like at the US ski teams at the COE Center of Excellence. And so that like affected our training a lot. And so I kind of came into the season a little unprepared, I feel like physically. And I hit it hard right before our first training camp, and my muscles were too tight. And then that I just led into like some knee pain that I had all season. And then I had COVID in October. So I had all this like post-COVID memory loss and like anxiety and like all this weird stuff that I thought was just like me. I thought like I was just having personal issues until I did some research. And there's like these Harvard studies on post-COVID memory loss. And it affected me for like 2 months, man. Like I couldn't even think of some of my good friends' names, and like just places I'd been. Like I just like was missing that part of my memory. It was so weird, and it kind of freaked me out. Like I was worried I got a head injury or something. And so it's just all this uncertainty coming into the season, and just all this added, pressure or whatever you want to call it, just confusion. And so, yeah, that was definitely tough. And like a lot of people couldn't even travel to these, like other countries couldn't travel to these events. So it was just it was a whirlwind for sure. And yeah, I had a lot of success at the end, and the last 3 events came out with podium. So
Well, do you
yeah,
think,
I'm super happy. Like I'm super happy to survive the season. Like our team no one got really sick. Like everyone made it through.
yeah. Well, I mean, like with everything you kind of went through, do you think maybe, with, the memory loss and all stuff, which by the way sounds absolutely awful. I've been lucky I haven't gotten it yet. But do you think that maybe
Yeah.
it kind of like the expectations weren't as high for you entering for yourself personally, allowed you to just kind of do your thing? And obviously when you're relaxed and doing your thing, you're one of the best in the world. Do you think that maybe had something to do with it?
No, I don't think so, actually. I always come into it with the same mindset. Like I know I can do well, but I'm not focusing on that. I'm focusing on my skiing, and like just trying to get in the flow state and just try to enjoy your time there, and just try to clear the mind, because like your mind will play tricks on you through the entire competition. Like you add these pressures on yourself, like, oh, like I could win. If I do well in this, it'll like put me on the ranking there, and then I'll have a better chance of going to the Olympics. And it's like you can think about all that stuff, but for me, it just gets in the way of like my skiing. And so I just try to think of it like I just focus on my run, and then I visualize my run a bunch of times the night before, and yeah, hopefully land it. And that's all that matters, is like if I can beat myself, which is my mind, then I'll probably have a good chance of doing well in the competition too.
No, that makes total sense. So let me ask, with X Games this year and stuff like that, how was X Games this year? I know it was a little different than how it's been in the past. Talk about what it was like.
Yeah.
Everything.
So it was super weird having like the whole town of Aspen like pretty much closed, no dining inside, and I was staying at the W Hotel, super nice. A Monster puts us up there, and last year we had like awesome dinners every night, like out with like teammates or whatever, and in the lobby. And this year to just be totally locked in my room and having to order every meal because I didn't have a kitchen. It was kind of like it felt weird for sure, and I felt like I was, you know, producing a lot of garbage, like waste. I just felt wasteful, and like I wasn't eating what I wanted to all the time. But the fact that they even had the event, we were all so grateful for that. It was like they pulled so many strings, and there was so many, yeah, like it was a headache for everyone there, but like we were just so thankful that they were having it. So it all worked out in the end, and they built a sick course with the two side hits at the bottom for the slope style. And yeah, my buddy Nick Gepper came through. He hadn't won in like 6 years or something. I think that was it. And he came back and won again. But yeah, I was so close to putting down a insane run, and I just miscalculated one of those side hits. Went too high and just like knuckled it a little bit. But yeah, X Games altogether was a big win for everyone, for me as well, because I hadn't been skiing for like a month and a half before, because I got patella tendonitis in my knee at the first training camp of the year. Because I remember I was telling you I worked out super hard the last like 3 weeks of summer, and then we went to this training camp and my muscles were just so tight. I just got this like patella tendonitis out of nowhere. I didn't really know what it was, so I pushed it, and then it just didn't heal. So I didn't ski for a month and a half before X Games. I was just in the gym here, just kind of going crazy. Like that's when I was having the memory loss stuff, and I wasn't skiing. So like my mindset wasn't really where it needed to be. Just like, you're normally out just skiing with your buds and not thinking about random stuff. Like wondering if your knee is going to be the thing that keeps you from doing well all year. But anyway, yeah, hit the gym hard and went to a bunch of yoga, and yeah, I was able to minimize the pain. Got some good a good anti-inflammatory to take when I needed it. So that got me through the last 3 events, and it was pretty cool to go back to Aspen for 2 more events, since they couldn't hold world champs anywhere else. They couldn't hold a competition anywhere else in the world besides Aspen, because they'd already got the clearance for X Games. So they'd be like, why not? We got the course, like we'll change it up a little bit, and why not have everyone come back and do 2 more events? So the fact that they got it done, and like it wasn't ideal to do it at the same place, but it was like a sick event, and like definitely went better than you would expect.
Dude, that's so awesome. So I got to ask, obviously, you had a great winter, it's over now. Obviously, you have a very good chance at, being in Beijing in February 2022. A lot of athletes, you kind of have that opportunity. They're more, I'm going to take some downtime. I'm going to relax now. I'm going to, do this, do that. That's not you. That's not like, I've known you now, I've done stories. That's not who you are. You want to keep pushing and doing what you absolutely love. What's on the agenda now? What's next for Colby Stevenson?
Yeah, so done competing for the season. Back in Park City, I got to do closing day at Park City. It was so fun yesterday. And then today, like I just went golfing with some buddies. And then tomorrow I'm going snowboarding at Brighton and golfing in the evening. Then I fly to Alaska for 10 days. I'm going heli skiing up in the Chugach mountain range, just outside of Valdez. And yeah, I'm basically living my childhood dream, going heli skiing up in Alaska. So that's insane. And then the summer is just packed with like dirt biking, going to the lake, boating, water skiing, wakeboarding, wake surfing, all that good stuff. And then like a bunch of mountain biking, road biking around Park City. Basically staying outside, staying super active, and hitting some golf rounds with the boys. And yeah, that's what the summer's looking like. I'm going to head out to Mammoth for U.S. team high performance training camp, they call it. Yeah. And we'll do some stuff out there. Hopefully I might get some stem cell injections in my knee, try to get this thing healing up. And other than that, man, yeah, big strength summer, big health summer, like focusing a lot on getting flexible and getting strong and eating super healthy. So that's kind of all I can do. And then the rest will just fall into place,
So I got to ask, one more question. I'm looking at, what's behind you, and I see something over your right shoulder, that surfboard over there. You going to be on the waves a little bit?
Oh, yeah, I left that part out. I'm definitely going surfing. Yeah, I got a buddy that's going to be in Mexico middle of May that I might go meet up with. And then my buddy's birthday's in June. They're talking Costa Rica or Nicaragua, but I mainly just go out to California. I've got some friends in LA, and I can go surf in Malibu, and that's some of my favorite breaks out there. And yeah, I'm definitely hooked on surfing. It's like a big way to clear the mind. Like just go out there, and the thrill you get from a 30-second wave ride is uncomparable to any other thrill. I don't know. It's just like when you're not that good at it and you like catch a sick wave and you like do a little slash or something, and the progression is just endless. So like one little thing you do that's new, you just feel so excited.
I couldn't agree more. It's one of the ultimate highs of my life. It's just catching it. It's just for 30 seconds. It's so weird. It's like you and water, and that's it.
Yeah.
I love my wife to death, but catching that wave is just perfect. And that nothing's wrong in the world in one moment. So yeah.
No.
So
yeah.
Hey man,
looking forward to that.
Oh dude, that sounds so much fun. I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me. I really do. You have a great summer. If you would need an extra, whether it's golf or surfing, you got my number. I'm always around.
Yeah.
But other than that, man.
Hell yeah, dude. That'd be sick. We should. That'd be way fun.
I'd be down.
Yeah.
So
nice. I guess put an article like I guess I won the World Cup overall for slope and pipe, and I guess that was the biggest thing that I'm super happy with, and I guess it really hasn't set in, but yeah, pretty crazy.
I would say, man, you seem like super calm, like you'd be like super hype, but I mean, just knowing you, it's like, yeah, it's cool, but I loved what I do. That's the ultimate high.
Yeah,
beats that.
Yeah, it's always about the skiing. It's not really about the awards and the credentials or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it's always about skiing. And I never felt like I did anything different. I just was skiing, man. It's just I don't know.
Dude, it's awesome, man. But as I said, thank you for talking to me. I really appreciate it. I'll wish you following along, and if you get to Beijing, I'm not even saying good luck, just have fun.